Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm of course your host, Droodles, Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be finally playing in the Tier 9 American Collector Heavy Tank, the AE Phase 1. This is a vehicle that I really want on my main account, but unfortunately, with a 0.05% drop chance, getting your hands on the AE Phase 1, as you can see here, is basically impossible. Honestly, I think that I would have greater chances of standing outside when it's thundering and getting struck by lightning than getting the AE Phase 1. I've already dropped quite a sum of money on it, and I'm not willing to drop any more if I'm going to be honest. I'm going to wait. Hopefully Wargaming is going to add another way of obtaining this tank. And the sad thing is I know people that have dropped upwards of $2,000 trying to get their hands on this tank. Now yes, I do know that it is definitely up to the player's decision to gamble their money. The reason I'm personally disappointed in Wargaming for the obtainment of this tank is that the only way to get the AE Phase 1, to what I'm aware currently, is by getting those crates. And unless they change that in the future, I'm going to be mighty sad because I really want this tank on my main account. But for now, it's staying on my CC account. Now, the AE Phase 1, there's actually nothing special about it, which is something that I guess is on a good side. The DPM is okay. It's got 2,305. Now, of course, I am running calibrated shells. If you're running Gunrammer, it's around 2,500. So kind of similar to your average Tier 9 American heavies like the M103, and similar to Tier 10 heavies like the IS-4. Its penetration is pretty good actually, 263 on the standard and 363 on the premium. Now I'm very surprised they didn't just give this the same gun as like the M103 and give it the 374mm of heat pen, but 363 in my opinion is still plenty to cut through any frontal armor. It comes with 10 degrees of gun depression, which is great, and on mobility side the tank's able to go 40 kilometers per hour forward with an average speed of 33 and a reverse at 20 kilometers per hour. The gun, it's decently on the accuracy, like .353 is not good, but it's also not bad. And on the armor profile, it's very different, but as well very similar to an M103. Obviously, if you look at the two tanks, they look extremely abstract, but the thing that the AE Phase 1 has is a big lower plate, and that is a very big weak spot. It's also got some big turret cheeks, and this is one big turret at that. If you manage to over-angle that turret or show your sides, yeah, you're probably going to regret it. So here we go, let's get into some gameplay and see how the tank is able to perform. Now one thing I am expecting from the AE Phase 1 is a lot of tunnel. Currently I've only played 2 games in the tank. One of them was a 5,000 victory and one of them was like a 4,000 defeat. And those 2 games are pretty solid. I didn't think anything special of the tank, it just looks really cool. I love the 4-track design. It's the only tank in the game that's currently like this, and unless they add other vehicles that have a 4-track design, which I'm only think World of Tanks PC has, this will be the only tank that has a design like this, and I just think it looks so cool, so that's why I personally really want the tank. But as I was saying, because the drop chance is so incredibly low, I can see that a lot of people might be frustrated, especially if they've dropped a lot of money to try and get this vehicle with somebody that has it for, $5. In fact, one of my friends told me that somebody spent $5 on the Battle Pass and managed to get the AE Phase 1 for absolutely free. That is one of the biggest downsides of crates, and I know I always bring this up. A lot of people always say, oh, stop bringing up why crates are so bad. But the main reason why I really don't like crates that don't have charms like this one, as an example, is because somebody that you don't know, or even a friend, could spend $5 and get the tank for free. And you could drop hundreds and hundreds of dollars and never get the vehicle. And it's not like the crates give you anything good. You're spending gold, an expensive amount of gold at that, and you're getting tanks, and once you've gotten those vehicles, like for me personally on my main account, I already have every tank that is dropped, so they're just turned in the credits, which kind of sucks. But enough jibber-jabber about why I'm disappointed in the AE Phase 1 on obtainment. Let's get into a battle. Here we are, finally loaded into a game. Unfortunately, as it is currently 5:38 in the morning, matchmaker's gonna be a little bit slower than, of course, normal. Gonna put on my headset, and we are gonna get ready to see just what the tank is capable of doing. Now, as I did say, this tank carries a lot of gun depression, 10 degrees. Now, that's great. That means that you're able to work a lot of ridge lines. Now, the mobility, the traverse speed's actually quite poor. I've just been driving it a little bit in training rooms to see how the traverse speed is. It's not amazing, it's not bad, it's just poor, in my opinion, but I really think the tank looks so cool. So here we go. Let's get in the position. You can see it is quite a quick vehicle, easily going upwards of 34, 35 kilometers per hour. And I'm surprised nobody's even brought up the AE Phase 1 in the chat. It's got such a weird turret, though, doesn't it? It's such a bulbous turret. It doesn't look like it, but it really is a large target to hit. Let's put on my mini-map. Almost forgot to do that. So we're going to be pushing straight, of course, into this position here, which is a very, very aggressive heavy tank position. We've got the yo, and boom, thank you very much. And we did get penned right in the lower plate. Now, thankfully, it was only by the, I don't even know what hit me. I think maybe the Conqueror. Oh, yeah, the Conqueror stock. I was like, wait, what the heck actually hit me? But let's aim it on that Conqueror. Aiming. Okay, well, there you have it, folks. The weak spot on the turret is being exposed. Yeah, I got very easily penned by that Yagura Taigaru with basically no effort from his vehicle whatsoever. So you do got to be careful with this tank. While it does have great hull-down capabilities, the turret still does have weak spots, and I'm hoping that they are not exposed right now. So let's aim in on this Conqueror again. I don't really know what the guy's doing, but you know what? I'm taking full advantage of it. We've already dealt 1,200 damage. Now, Jagdtiger, he's actually shooting right at that spot, as it is a weak spot there. So let's aim in on the Tortoise. I don't really want to play with that Jagdtiger. Got a lot of penetration, an extremely accurate gun, and if I'm to trade with him, it's probably not going to go all too well. So let's see. We got the E50 right in the front here. Maybe, just maybe we would have been able to get a shell out. But you know what? I'll take another shot off the Tortoise. We're sitting now at 2,000 damage. We've got the Conqueror that looked like he was going to come off to the side, but there you go. The moment of what I wanted is happening now. Oh, and boom! Perfect heat penetration, of course. As I did say, easily enough pen to go through most frontal armor. So even that VK-45 we ripped into. But what I was trying to say is now that the Taigaru has pulled up forwards, I don't need to worry really about being penned by that guy, so I can just really hold this ridgeline and hopefully do a pretty solid job of it as well. Now, we're doing some solid damage so far. We've got the Jagdtiger down below. Let's aim it on this VK's lower plate this time. Nice tap, and with that, 1 HE shell, and that guy should be knocked right out of the battlefield. With that, since I do have my adrenaline on, I know that I out-reload that VK, so let's get a... Oh, I really wanted to get a tap into that Jagdtiger. Oh, there you go. Max roll for 500. That's why I wanted to, of course, save that shot there, is because, yeah, we're able to really rip a shred into that Jagdtiger. Now, unfortunately, I cannot get a shell into his vehicle currently, but let's just pop over the ridge, get an HE into his tank, finishing him off. We got the VK still in the back, and with that, the M30 is not enjoying life all too much anymore. So this is a pretty solid battle. There's the Tortoise poking off to the side. Let's aim it on his cupola. Boom! Nice tap there. But we did get tapped back into the turret again. You can see that the turret has its fair share of weak spots. As I said before, it's not impervious. You can pen it quite easily as well with heat ammunition or high penetration ammo from tier 9 vehicles. But at the same time, it is still a very, very strong and capable tank. This game here, you can clearly see we did a very solid job. 4,250 damage so far. The E50 is giving up, and let's give him a little bit of a love tap and finish him off. There you go. The AE Phase 1. It's a really big tank, too. You don't realize it, but an E50 is not a small vehicle. This thing makes an E50 look small. So there you go, 4,681 damage for the first battle played, well, I guess the third battle, and you can clearly see against opponents that didn't really know how to tackle this tank all too well, it was easily able to dominate the top of its field. So let's do one more battle and see what we're able to get ourselves stuck into. 5 years later, I am in the second battle. Man, I literally sat watching YouTube on my phone while this, I think it was 7 minutes on the battle queue. Real fun. That's the only issue with the matchmaker, as I did say, really early in the morning. I wish Wargaming would fix that, but it's not really Wargaming's fault, just nobody's up in North America this early. So, here we are on the second battle on Falls Creek. Now, this is a map that is good for this tank because, of course, it's got that great gun depression. If I'm able to push it into that dip, it's gonna be quite a tricky tank to deal with. But I normally don't actually do that. My advice, as I always say, is never, ever push your vehicle into the death pit, because that's why I've named it the death pit, like that IS-3 Defender's gonna do there. Basically, you don't push into the death pit until you see what other opponents are there. Now that guy's, I don't really know what he's doing, to be honest. I don't know. But we've got the IS over here. Let's aim in a shell and boom, 399. I guess you got lucky. misrolled by 1. That IS-3 Defender, I don't even know what he's doing, I'm going to be honest. So we know that the IS-5's over here. Let's take another shot at him. There you go. Another 400. I don't really know what that guy's doing. I don't know what the IS-3 Defender's doing either. I have no clue what's going on this battle. You know what? Screw it. We're going in. This is probably a terrible idea, but, well, it was. It definitely was. I just lost a huge chunk of health. Would this guy stop tracking me, please? Thank you very much. But no, we're going to go in, just because I'm already noticing they got a lot of tanks off to the one side. I know that this thing's got a very, very good turret armor. So with that, this guy, he's just going to bounce it. I'm going to stop him from pushing. You're going back. Goodbye, buddy. And now you're getting another shell into you. So with that, that tank has lost a huge chunk of hit points. Now we have another contender. We've got a Yo. And with this Yo, I don't know what he's doing either. He's kind of... what the heck is this battle? So now we got the Yo, who also is probably not going to be able to penetrate my vehicle in a scenario like this, because of course it does have a very, very good armor. The guy I'm worried about is the Object 704, so that's the one I'm going to be worried about. There you go. Thank you very much, Mr. AT-15. Let's finish off the 704. What the heck was this battle? I don't even know. I really have no clue what just happened, but hey, it turned out to be a pretty easy victory, and, well, we know that the AMX CDC is platooned with the AT-15, but, okay, the AT's over here. Let's get a nice... whoa, okay. Okay, game, I see how it is. Well, let's wiggle this tank. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh, yes, good shot from you. I am going to get you right in the lower plate. There you go, 340 damage there. We know that this AT is probably going to be taken out very quickly. Give him a bit of a love tap. Unfortunately, I guess the DPM isn't that amazing. Like, of course, I guess I could be running gun rammer, but overall, we still broke 3,000 damage, so I can't really complain. Let's put on our adrenaline now. There's the Chimera, and with that, boom, another tap in there for 414, and the Larva managed to bounce. But I can't complain. We did solid. Weird battle at that. Very, very weird battle. But as you notice, the upper armor is actually really solid on this tank. Now, I would normally say that if you fight these things on the battlefield, I guess you could really use that knowledge, but the fact that you'll never see this on the battlefield unless it's me running it is basically none. So what I would suggest is really don't expect ever to get the AE Phase 1 from the Battle Pass crates. That way, if you do manage to get it, you can feel like the luckiest person on the planet. But if you don't, then you didn't ever set expectations in the first place. You know, try to get the other vehicles. Be like, yes, I want the Progetto, because that actually has like a 1% drop chance. This vehicle, I actually think it's quite fun. It's a really good tank. It's kind of like an M103, but I think it's a little bit more engaging. It's got great haul-down capabilities, the upper plate is incredibly strong, and while I haven't played any tier 10s yet, from the amount of penetration this vehicle has, and the similarities to the M103, I basically think they have very similar playstyles. Let me know what you guys think about these tanks in the comments down below. If you like this vehicle and you wish that you were able to get your hands on it, let me know. But that's the unfortunate thing, is you really can't get your hands on it. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Make sure to smash that subscribe button and the like button. And I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.